Play of the game from way down.
True, silence. Rainer getting absolutely
A team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring. Bomb's Tastingo gonna find Rainer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special Memorial Day weekend NGS replay casting event here on twitch.tv/MurdaRG. I'm of course your host Murda. You guys know the Green Mist. He's here today too. I'm excited for him. He's so nice, isn't he? I love him. Thanks for showing up. We have some replay casts today. One that I actually was supposed to cast, I believe it was Wednesday. Came down with a horrible migraine and ended up unfortunately having to cancel that event. So I promised these teams I'd make it up to them, and here it is, fulfilling what I promised would happen. A replay cast of Bancho versus Team Mana Frenzy. This is Division C East. I have no idea who wins. If you guys at home know who wins, shh, don't spoil it for me, please. I'm really excited to see how this one unfolds. Welcome to the show. We don't have to do drafts today. We aren't on a delay, so if you want to interact with me in chat, I strongly encourage it. And I suppose no real reason to delay at all. Let's hop on into game number 1. It looks like it was Sky Temple that took place. Game needs to load up. There it is. Okay. If you're here right now and you've never followed the channel before, please hit that follow button. If you're over on YouTube in the future, hit the follow button there as well, or subscribe, whatever they call it. Welcome on into game number 1, guys. So let's go ahead and close down this thing. All right. And then let's talk about these players. We got Skev13 here playing the ETC. Ronin on the... Is that Zarya? My god. Blue Steen's going to be playing Tyrande. Kinal on Tracer. And Shusui on the Jaina. Make some noise for Bancho. And over here on the right-hand side in red, we got Tired Lemon playing Chromie. Captain Bobo on the Varian. Defiant Angel on Rhaegar. This is Tringo picking up the Rainer. And last but not least, I think is Kelvs here on the Johanna. Ladies and gentlemen, they're known as Team Mana Frenzy. Already grabbing away the vision we see here on Sky Temple, a map we don't get to cast too often. And looking at these two rosters, some heroes we don't see too often. A couple Overwatch heroes coming out on the side of Bancho with Tracer and Zarya. And on the opposite side, we got Chromie, baby. So I'm really excited to see how this one's going to break loose. Already we're seeing a bit of a queue here with the overpower from Varian signaling perhaps a taunt's going to be coming later on. And Rainer, of course, following Tringo down here to the bottom lane, opting for Ace in the hole at level 1. Ektar suggesting smash that subscribe button and be sure to hit the notification bell. Absolutely. The terminology on YouTube, a little different than here on Twitch, but you guys are familiar with it. You guys watch YouTube, right? You guys have phones, right? Kelv's trying to harass here at mid with the Johanna. Not doing a poor job, but definitely going to be scared against that Blizzard from Jaina, so effectively doing a lot of damage, but actually doesn't clear out all the minions. They have to stick here just a bit longer, and now taking some poke in from Tired Lemon and this Chromie. The Artillery Mage sitting from a distance all the way back by those towers. Really utilizing Chromie's kit to her best benefit. And top lane, look at Tracer in a lot of trouble up against Varian. I got to imagine the Varian pick is in response to the Tracer. Just an option to lock her down with the taunt later on is going to make Kinal have to worry about all the positioning that he has in this game. As Captain Bobo playing very aggressive here at the start. Peeking around, we do see a couple siege camps are picked up in the bottom lane, and I also want to make note here, I see Rainer and Rhaegar deciding to pick up the Bruiser camp a bit early here for Team Mana Frenzy. Not a bad idea here on Sky Temple. Having that extra pressure for Varian in the top lane is definitely going to help him out. And he's already winning the lane up against Tracer. So it looks like ETC, Skev13, going to try to spell her in that top lane and try to defend against these Bruisers. Big push though, bottom lane. Look at Zarya, Ronin, stepping all the way in, utilizing the shield, getting that extra damage out. And now a big engage with Rainer stepping forward. Ronin's gonna have to walk through the temple here in the bottom lane. Johanna's nearby. Can she slow him down? No. Zarya's gonna get away. 4 heroes now here from both sides. But it looks like Bancho willing to head back up to the mid lane where Captain Bobo is trying to do some double soaking with Team Mana Frenzy. Not the strongest wave clear with the Varian. Pretty good at holding a single lane. Maybe a little bit too tough for him. but they do have the help with those bruiser camps, mercs in the top lane. They get through one of the towers and the wall. So good early value already from Team Mana Frenzy on a map that's just going to help you snowball it as these objectives spawn. We're just 3 seconds away from our first set of temples. And it looks like Defiant Angel playing the Rhaegar are going to hop on the mid-temple right away. Up top on our mini-map, we can see ETC walking on the point, but Varian might be chasing him off momentarily. Big mini-wave in his face first. As we do a fight here at mid, Ronan trying to step in, getting some extra energy with this Zarya. But already down to 50% health, has to be careful. Only getting support here from Tyrande, who's going to need to auto-attack to keep those Qs coming out. Kelv's going to step in with Johanna. A lot of help behind with the Chromie as the pulse round going to miss from Tracer. Can Johanna get out anyway? Yeah, just barely. Rhaegar with a chain deal, keeping up Kelv's. As Captain Bobo rotates from the top lane now with that taunt at level 4. Ready to keep this Tracer locked in. She's so low, down to 90 health. Blue Steen having to back up as well. And it looks like it's just going to be a fair trade on both of these temples. The top one going over to Bancho, and this bottom one completely sent over to Team Mana Frenzy. Mr. Exquisite and Jackson, there's something now you said. Hello, how are you doing? As Tyrande might be in some trouble here. Does get the stun onto Varian, but can't get a path with Johanna in the way. And first blood comes at the 4-minute mark in favor of Team Mana Frenzy, who, in my opinion, have the lead in this match. They got their Merc camp first, the Bruiser camp up top. Kel's in trouble though. Phenol gonna give it up. But the help of that Bruiser camp early allowed them to pressure out the top lane, and they were able to win one of the temples. So structurally speaking, they're ever so slightly in the lead, but it's not too far behind for Bancho in this moment. Plenty of time for this to swing around, especially when level 10 gets here. Once ETC becomes a unit, you know, whether we see the mosh pit or the stage dive, I think either has a case here on Sky Temple. I think this whole game changes around. We're also going to get some help from Zarya, perhaps. Now I see Ronan in chat. Perhaps we end up getting the Grav Bomb. That'd be fun. Checking out Phenol, going to grab that blind from Johanna right to the face. The shield there connecting. Kel's not able to find anything further. Just some siege giants here on both sides, but the ones from Team Mana Frenzy, they're locked onto towers. They take down one now. Power slide from ETC onto Kel. Should be fine with Iron Skin, but the pulse round does land. Iron Skin shielding enough to keep Kelps alive, as finally Rhaegar going to make the rotation down here at the bottom, help support this team up a bit. Finally, this Bruiser camp's going to be looked at. Looks like Ronan getting the ping from the team, going to head on in. Just as our next temple has been announced, it's just Tracer and Tyrande in the bottom lane for now. Hoping to keep this lane pushed out and not all the way up against their wall as the temple's active. ETC now making the trek on down as well. Here's Skev 13. The Tired Lemon might be setting up first. Chromie pretty good at being a stationary mage and throwing down a few of those traps. There we see the first one. Tracer does find it. Can she finish it off? No, it's going to live for just a little bit. Tracer has to back on out, use another fountain tap. As Tired Lemon standing on the point as it's active. Or will it? Maybe not. Waiting for Varian to make the rotation down, and here it comes. Captain Bobo looking for something. Finds the taunt on Tyrande, and the kill. Nice follow-up from Raynor, ready to go that time. Now even throwing out the Hyperion, willing to pressure in during this 5v4 advantage on the map. Zorn is still not here either, finally joining as Ronan. But this fort's already taking 25% damage. Kel's in trouble, getting a lot of armor reduction, and that armor reduction really hurts when Tracer can connect with a pulse bomb like that. 2 kills are going to be picked up by Bancho, and this temple might just be theirs now. Maybe a bit of an overstay that time from Team Mana Frenzy. Going to give up the majority of the shots here on our bottom lane temples. Here's Kinal at mid, still looking to further press up this lead, which really only is a few XP points right now. They're going to reach level 11 just ahead of Team Mana Frenzy. But this XP lead is not that big yet. Bruiser Camp's going to get a fort up top. Temple should get a fort down bottom. And perhaps, just perhaps, maybe, some of that trickle XP will start playing to their benefit later on. But ultimately, it's not that big of a factor in these Heroes of the Storm games recently. It's more who's getting the kills, who's getting more of the minion waves around the map, who's got the better wave gear and can get that XP. The trickle, maybe not worth it. But here on Sky Temple, it's always risky, because when structures are down, it means these temples are going to be shooting on other structures later. Team Null with the triple blink away. Couldn't quite be held in place, and now it's Skev 13 being temporal looped back by Chromie, but not enough follow-up damage from Team Mana Frenzy that time. Finally going to see a level 10 pickup for Tracer. It looks like the Quantum Spike, I think, absolutely the right idea up against his double frontline Varian and Johanna. Siege camps can be picked up on both sides yet again. You got to commend both teams for staying on top of these camps as much as possible. And here comes Captain Bobo trying to stay on top of the enemy's camps as much as possible as well. There's the big gravity bomb from Zarya, pulling in a few heroes, and now Tracer with the pulse round the backside. Kel's in trouble, but getting a lot of supporting and now a lot of help with this Hyperion from Raynor. They're going to pick up a double kill. Might be 3 of EDC balls, and he will as well. Team Mana Frenzy with the invade, the steal, and the triple kill. And just to add a little bit more to it, here comes a Moss. Big push down bottom. Watch these minions mercs. They're going to get through this fort with ease. That means Boss will be pressuring onto a peak wall. Bobo and Kelv's going to trade off holding the bush until ultimately Team Mana Frenzy is able to grab that first boss of the game. And they have that level 13 talent tier advantage, but it will be matched now, as just as I say it, Ban Cho is going to reach that mark. They have to worry about a boss, though. It's on this map. We're at the 9-minute mark. It's not the strongest it's going to be. But you don't want to leave it wide open. But then at the same time, you don't want to leave the temples wide open either. So it's honestly a great spot for Team Mana Frenzy, but looks like they're just choosing to stick near the mid-temple for now. Bottom temple unattended by either team. This boss can be cleared up before the wall ends up falling. So nice defense from Ban Cho, but Zarya at mid can't do it all by herself. Ronan's gonna fall. Mid, Ford's gonna fall, and now the taunt. Ooh, I thought it was coming out of the Kinal, but not quite off cooldown yet for Varian. High level micro, says Ronan in chat. Absolutely. Off lane Zarya, shaking my head, says the Lazy Hydra. Welcome to chat, you guys. Hopefully you guys are ready for some NGS replay cast today. This is just the first match of the day. Want to do a bunch more, and I'm going to be opening up a poll after this first game, I think. We'll start to get a few opinions out there of what match we should do next. So if there's any out there that you know have not yet been casted, start throwing out those suggestions in chat to make my life a bit easier. Before we decide what that next match is going to be for us. And by the way, I have no idea who wins this. I did my best all week to avoid spoilers. I promised them that I would cast this. So please, 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 if you do know the result of this match, kindly keep it to yourself. Don't spoil it for the rest of us. Hopefully we end up going the full distance. That's what I always like to see. Game 3 is Tracer. Oh, I don't think she gets out of here. No way, no how. Tringo. Or Try and Go? You guys decide at home. I've been calling him Tringo so far. Picking up a nice kill there. And let's take a look at the kill count so far. 4 for Raynor, 1 for Rhaegar, Johanna, and Chromie. On the other side, just a 1 kill so far for Ban Cho. It belongs to Jaina. 1 kill? They show 2 kills. What am I missing? Something happened. That's weird. I guess Nexus Forces were accredited with one of the kills for Ban Cho. Following this rotation down to the siege camp. Last time Ban Cho was here, they had the invade come their way, but this time a little bit of scouting from Savannah going to show that the enemy team, they're up on the Bruiser camp right now, and this is the camp that they've been relying upon early in this game so far. Able to get down that top lane fort now with catapult pressure and Bruisers in both directions. Here's as though Team Mana Frenzy, yes, I'm going to clear this up as quick as possible. Going to take out that mage minion first to reduce that spell armor as Tracer starting to deal with Johanna on the point, but not a lot of heroes can really deal with the Johanna, right? Like, you're not going to take her down as long as she's nearby a healer. Kelvs, yeah, you're going to be just fine. I like the confidence around the vision, providing that for the team. Gonna allow to see if any sort of rotation's coming up, and now Captain Bobo should have a pretty good idea that they're here. Gravo Bomb's gonna connect. It's not called Gravo Bomb, it's called Graviton Surge. Excuse me. Grapple Bomb is dazzling. But it essentially does similar things, right? You know, use gravity to your advantage, pull things in, kill things. Nice pickup by Ronin that time. Third kill of the game for Ban Cho, as they're trying to establish on that top temple, spawning in 3 seconds. And with that kill, you know, it pretty much means it's all theirs. It's gonna be 30 seconds till Varian's back on the map. This is targeting right onto a keep. Won't be enough to finish it off, but sure as hell is gonna get a lot of damage out onto that wall and a considerable amount onto the keep itself. You know, also trying to soak mid. Here comes Kel. Didn't want to rip the Blessed Shield that time. They don't have the Varian with them. That's really the tool they're trying to utilize to take care of Tracer in the matchup. And yeah, without Varian on the map, it's going to be a little bit difficult. Control Shift O takes away the thing. Oh my god, you are a savior, the Lazy Hydra. Thank you. That did work. Brilliant. Admittedly so, I don't do too much replay casting, mostly live stuff, as Chromie's under a lot of pressure. Even the temporal loop's not going to be enough. Kinal with a huge pickup. And what was it? Heavy-handed picked up at level 16. That armor reduction, yeah, that can help when you put the pulse round out. It's 4 seconds, so that's enough time for the bomb to go off. I don't know exactly how long it takes. Of course, I can't really check it from here without clicking on Tracer. Maybe you can. How long does it take to explode? 2 seconds. Yeah, so as long as you hit that melee with the bomb, you're going to get the armor reduction and extra damage out onto your opponent. So well done by Kinal that time. Chromie dead, and it's a long death timer. Wide open now is the boss. Do they want to try to come in here and do anything about it? No, they're going to be wise. Make the defense at their keep wall. And actually send Raynor up to the top lane, continuing to look for XP towards level 20. And still in the lead, our Team Mana Frenzy. They have those 7 kills, but the last 2, they've gone over to Ban Cho, and a lot of momentum on the blue side right now with this boss. Can they pressure in and get down the first kick of the game? So far, sturdy defense with the Johanna, the Varian, and the Rhaegar here. Those are the 3 most defensive heroes they got. And of course, Raynor, when he wants to throw out that Hyperion, should be enough to pressure back anyone remaining here at Ban Cho. Walls down, towers down. Big slam from the boss, but not onto any structures that's going to help them in this push. Kinal still trying to play up front. Should be careful though. That Varian, if he gets anywhere close, can lock Kinal in a moment. Here goes on to ETC, but Captain Bobo not able to grab him. The escape is on, and it looks like Ban Cho will end up taking it away? Question mark? Yes, they will. Ronin going to rotate deep onto the Team Mana Frenzy side all by himself. Needs to be careful there. Lucky for him, no rotation comes out. Just trying to grab a bit of XP. They're trying to get those 20s first. Both teams really trying to do that right now. But they're not going to have it before this temple is active. Actually, double temples, mid and bot lane right now. Both teams, maybe they want the mid first. No, there goes Ban Cho. They're willing to give that up. Still no 20s. They don't really want the fight until the 20. They're just going to clear out Siege Camp in the bottom, grab the bottom lane temple, try to finish off that keep that they started. It has no wall, no fountain either. So it should go down rather quickly, but a nice takedown. Team Mana Frenzy seeing this open on the map, knowing their opponents are on the bottom side of the map, and now actually pressuring onto the keep. Usually trying to help out throughout the mini wave, along with Kinal and Blue Steam. Did they get through this? They will with the temple. Not really on their own accord. They need the help of the temple, of course. Loser Camp Hyperion. Oh, this is a big push. Mid-keep falls. And this could be top keep as well if Ban Cho doesn't respond. So they're sending heroes back. Just Zarya not here right now. I think they scared him away. Good work by Ban Cho making that response. Now back on the other side. Siege Camp is here with some minions. Trying to get through the core shielding, but they're not going to get it in time. Here comes Johanna, Varian, Raynor, Chromie. Even Rhaegar starting to take the run back. There's Defiant Angel. So it's 1 keep apiece down. And anyone's game on Sky Temple. Honestly, whoever gets the next big kills probably ends up walking away with map number 1. One thing playing currently in the favor of Ban Cho are these minion waves that are starting to push towards the side of Team Mana Frenzy, keeping the pressure on. But they're having to use this Zarya in the off lane. It's been maybe a bit of a struggle for Ronin, trying to feel safe. So getting some support now from Jaina. Here comes Tracer, ETC, and Tyrande. In the bushes, Johanna maybe finding ETC. Skev, though, with the power slide away. Makes it out. Now it could be Zarya facing the pressure. The taunts will come out. No, not yet. From Captain Bobo. There it is. Graviton Surge silencing a few heroes, I think. Was that the upgrade? No, it's not. It's actually Unyielding Defender picked up by Zarya. Not the silence, as the damage still coming up. Backside Kinal, very low. 600 health, having to escape. Power slide away from Skev as well. Still no kills in the fight. And like I said, whoever can pick up these kills right here, right now, probably wins the map. I'm so surprised we don't see any come out. But with all those heroics used, really only the Hyperion held back from Raynor. It was an outstanding micro fight from both sides. They kept themselves alive at the right moment, but not picking up any kills. So double temple phase, and now this is starting to look like it could be trouble. Whoever picks up these temples is going to get down some more keeps. And will that catapult pressure be too much to overcome? Siege camp spawning in 3 seconds. There's a flag down. They should see it before they get here. Tracer going to walk into the bush anyway. There's Kelvs. Doesn't have the blessed shield for 5 seconds, and oh boy, that could have been the difference if Kelps had it, because Varian was right next door ready for a taunt as well. Siege camp will be stolen away as Tracer is able to walk onto the mid-temple. So he'll be shooting directly onto a keep, no wall. Top lane, same thing, no wall in the top lane. But here comes Team Mana Frenzy wanting to disrupt this mid-temple. They will. 5 heroes here. Now on the top side, Tyrande able to move on the top temple. That's going to finish off the top keep. Should get the mid keep as well with the help of that water elemental and Jaina pressuring forward with the minions. Nice work from Shoesby. Going to get some extra value out of that temple here in the top lane. Mana Frenzy knowing exactly what's going on. They rotate away from mid, looking for a fight, don't find it. And a smart rotation from Bancho back over to the mid temple. They're going to get some more shots out here. Just minions here, no catapults yet on the core. As Team Mana Frenzy continues to bully them off point after point. And the rotations and the not willing to fightness of Bancho may be playing to their benefit right here. Still getting pressured off. Now backside, Varian's finding a taunt onto Tracer. There's the Bloodlust. Upgraded at level 20. Graviton Surge gonna lock in 3 heroes. They're stuck, and a lot of damage is coming out onto Captain Bobo. He's gonna fall. Rhaegar very low. There goes Tracer picking up the double. Kelvs hanging on a thread with the Johanna. Ronan should be able to pick this up with this laser beam by Johanna. No, indestructible. Keeping Kelvs alive. They pick up a kill. It's a 2 for 3. Make it 2 for 4. Just the Chromie left standing. Can ETC lock her in? Yes, he can. A mega kill for Bancho, and quite possibly the end of the game right there. Zarya is going to stand on the top temple. Mid-temple's been complete, but this will get rid of the core shielding. It's still 30+ seconds till the first hero respawns. And Miss Jaina approaching the core along with ETC. Can they close it out here? 50% remains on this core. Tornado spawning. That's got to be it, baby. GG's called in chat from Blue Steam and Kinal. And that will lead us into game number 2 with Bancho up 1-0. So I forgot we don't get a post-game screen. I got to do this. It's it doesn't quite fit in the window, but good enough. Let's take a look at this match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. Who's our MVP? Honestly, I don't know if you necessarily need to pick one on the side of Bancho. It was a well-played game from Team Mana Frenzy, and it was really only that final fight that tied up the score 9-9 in kills and gave Bancho the opportunity to win it. Looks like chat, they're saying Captain Bobo, perhaps the MVP, playing the Varian. I think it was a smart pick up against the Tracer. It got them a lot of early game value. But once those 10s came online, I told you it was going to be a different story. And that was exactly the case. Nice comeback from Bancho. They're going to walk away as victors. But before we leave this screen, let's show you the talents. And time to talk with you guys at home. I don't know what we're going to cast next. Do you guys have... Obviously, we're going to go to Game 2, potentially Game 3 as well. But as for our next matchup, if you guys want to help me out, please head on over to the NGS Discord. There's a channel called Cast My Replay. where you should see a huge list of NGS matches that are yet to be casted. If it has a check mark underneath it, that means someone already replay casted it. But there are a bunch still out there, including Tainted Orphans versus Wholesome Halfwits. We have Jailbait versus House of Ches. There's Yavapai versus One More Fight. Quarantine Kappas versus Press Forward. Team Tiny, Zombie Step. There's so many out here. Go ahead and look through the list. Put your suggestions, your recommendations, your opinions, put all that in chat. And then hopefully, in the event that it does end after game number 2, we can immediately launch on in to another NGS replay cast for you. Let's get ready for game number 2, though. Alright, so I got to do a few things. Quit replay. Appreciate the tip during the game, Hydra. Definitely helped me out. I didn't realize you could get rid of that little window. All these games I've done, I never knew that. Map. Oh my god! We just got Sky Temple, and now we're getting Braxis Holdout? Hello? This is insanely awesome. I am so happy. Looks like game number 2 is Braxis Holdout. So here we go, loading in similar heroes. We do see the Chromie and the Johanna taken away. Oh, we switched sides. Did we switch sides? We switched sides. That's what happened. Okay, hold on one second. Pausing. Boop. Beepity boop. We need to hit a button here. You guys are going to be confused. I'm going to be confused. Switch team sides. Okay. And then here. Of course the logos don't swap. Of course the logos don't swap. Okay, so I got to do something else. Team Mana Frenzy. Okay. And then Ban Cho. There it is. Okay. Alright. We happy now? We got logos set up. We got teams on the right side and the left side. Hit play. Okay. And then I can do this. Control Shift. Oh. Boom! Thank you, Hydra. Let's introduce some players. We got Captain Bobo switching off the variant now onto Johanna. Kelv's going to play the Vala, who played that Johanna in game 1. Tired Lemon back on the Chromie. Defiant Angel on the Brightwing with the Deathwing skin. Love it. And top lane, it's Try and Go on the Rexar. Make some noise for Team Mana Frenzy. Here on the right-hand side, solo lane is going to be Leoric, played by Ronan. Down here in the bottom, it'll be Kinal on Gul'dan. Skep 13 going to play the variant. Bluestein version 2 on the Rhaegar. And Shusui on the Zeratul. This is a sick comp. Make some noise. They're known as Ban Cho. Zooming out as we see a bit of engage already starting here at mid. Minions approaching. It's time for game number 2. Someone kills his minion, this thing will go away at the bottom left of our screen. Sorry about that. I like the Zeratul picks. Give them a bit of a wombo, almost, if they go for these. Maybe. Like, depends on what they want to do with it. The Horrify likely makes sense. But I'm pretty sure the Gul'dan just picked up for the wave clear here on Braxis. I think it's his best map, because he never has to leave the lane, and it's easy for a healer to keep him active, help out his mana bar along with his mana tap, keeping his health bar up. Kinal should be here the whole time, and I'd be surprised if by the end of it, Gul'dan doesn't walk away as our Game 2 MVP. But, we got an entire game to play. Zeratul should be good for rotational advantages along with the Leoric. Rexar is a strong pick on Braxis, but I think with the help of Zeratul, it might swing that in the favor of Ban Cho in that top lane, as long as Shusui can get up and down and really help support Ronan with that Leoric. Booster Camp started up now for Ban Cho. On the other side, we already saw a Siege Camp grab by Team Mana Frenzy. And it's just a variant here before level 4 trying to defend it. Not much Skep 13 is going to be able to do except take a few shots from Chromie, who's willing to pressure in. A lot of armor reduction from these mercs that are slamming onto that bottom floor. Finally going to be responded to by the rest of the team. And here comes that Bruiser Camp from Bancho trying to pressure bottom lane. Top lane, though, look at Zeratul making the rotations up, helping secure this for the red team. And bottom lane, Kinal, Bluestein, they're able to walk on the bottom point as well. This is the first channel of the game. Not quite yet. They move off looking for a bit more pressure. Now finally moving back on the point. Wait, what? Someone's got to stand on the point. This is practice holdout, fellas. Stealing away a bruiser camp. That's what's going on. Shushmi in trouble. Doesn't have a blink yet. Oh, just barely gets it ready to blink away. Oh, that could have been trouble. Still no first blood as Ban Cho already up to 36% on the channel. And Camp's pushing in both lanes. They're going to have to give up some clear if they want to get back on these points, but I think it's too little too late. Ban Cho likely about to walk away with a 100-0. If they can pressure this off, no, looks like Johanna's going to keep it at 84. But it's a 4v3 bottom lane in favor of Ban Cho. Tired Lemon very low, charging in his Rhaegar. Gets the kill along with Zeratul. Having the extra numbers, making the difference. As Ronan's able to hold this top lane effectively all by himself. Making the MVP of the play, being able to do that. Good work in the bottom lane by the rest of Ban Cho, picking up first blood of the game. They're going to need some help on the top. Here comes Zeratul yet again. Shushmi going to be able to stand on that point as we check out the bottom lane. It's Johanna responding once again for Team Mana Frenzy. We'll be able to reconvert that over to the blue side. Zeratul will make the rotation back down yet again as Tired Lemon back in that first death of the game. They're going to try to help out Team Mana Frenzy push against his full damage. Hasn't really gone in their favor thus far. Just really when they had that siege camp were they able to keep the lane consistently pressured up against the wall of Ban Cho. They need some answers. Are Vala and Chromie enough? Both very squishy, need to be scared of variance charging at them, especially along with Rhaegar when Blue's team wants to play aggressive, now dropping the healing totem back by this point. Captain Bobo, the one standing in, trying to condemn a few heroes in range for Chromie. And yeah, it's actually a ton of damage coming out from Tired Lemon. You see these health bars from Ban Cho, they're halfway, half of them down below 50%. And with the healing totem down, it's going to be quite some time until Rhaegar can effectively get them back up. I'd love to see Team Mana Frenzy utilize that information to press in before level 7's here, but now it's a bit too late. Level 7's picked up for Ban Cho, and with the top lane secured by Ronan and that bottom lane secured by the rest of the team, it will be a 100% grab for our red side. Zerg's in the top lane. This is the bigger wave, so we want to watch here and see who's going to respond. Here's as though Chromie and Brightwing will make their way up as Misha falls very low, 100 health. Does survive. Bottom lane might be waiting for a fight. Skev 13 in a bush. I see this angle that he's sitting out there. Oh, Marion might be thinking about something. If Vala steps out, he's going to be in a world of hurt. But Kel's playing it safe. It's just Captain Bobo outside the wall. He'll be able to make it back to Iron Skin. Checking back out to top lane. Yeah, these Guardians almost getting through the fort, throwing down some more Zerg. I think that's got to be the fort, right? Ronan's still in here, getting polymorph now. A lot of damage from Chromie. Armor reduction as well. Misha trying to chase it down. Does get the charge. Will Ronan fall? Yes. First kill of the game for Team Mana Frenzy.
Did you get them all? I don't mean any offense. I just want to be sure.
Neither team yet willing to peek at the boss. It's still so early, and there really haven't been enough kills. It's just these siege camps, the bruiser camps being utilized most frequently by these teams. But Ban Cho, they were able to steal away a bruiser camp earlier, which really helped them secure the first Zerg, helped them secure that first fort of the game. And now with more pressure, it'll help out the Leoric here in the top lane. But I doubt Ronan wants to go too deep yet. Doesn't have the super escape yet at 13. Although some of this build might lend to Mithril Mace later on. I wonder. I wouldn't think so, but maybe. Maybe. It is effective at helping clear out Zerg later on, as Ronan's going to step in, make the rotation from the top lane. We got a 5v4 down here with Rexar all alone in the top lane, but still no Entomb, so not too much Leoric can do to really lock heroes in. Just throw out that spooky hand and get his health back. Will allow them now opportunity to siege onto this bottom fort wall. Just one tower remaining, and it's Captain Bobo on the front line with Johanna trying to push them away. But again, having to rely on this range damage, the accuracy of both Vala and Chromie, sometimes making it difficult to hit the targets you want to hit and get enough area damage onto three of these heroes. Rotation moves away from Ban Cho now onto the enemy group again for the second time in the game. 5 heroes here this time, just a moment away from level 10 as well. They're going to pick it up, and now do they move on to the boss with these talents? They don't. They're probably going to want to set up on top beacon. Bottom lane currently in control of Kel's Tired Lemon and Defiant Angel. They're going to get some damage out onto these towers. While it should be able to get both of these down with the help of her Hatred stacks, as Yorick makes the rotation in, now showing, wow, March of the Black Cane selected by Ronin, going to try to deal with the Rexar on the point top of it. Now going to Wraith Walk forward, finding a few heroes maybe caught out. It's Brightwing after having a phase shift. Taunted, however. Can Defiant Angel make it away? No, second kill of the game for Ban Cho. Now with 5 heroes in the bottom lane, could consider pushing onto this fort. But beacons are active, and maybe they want to make sure they're securing as much channel time as they can while Brightwing's not here. She should be able to join the fight almost immediately, however, spawning in just about 5 seconds. Ronin playing aggressive on Misha, making the rotation at the top along with Rhaegar. They're going to be able to reconvert this to the red side. Bottom's still in control of Ban Cho, but Captain Bobo arrives. It's only Gul'dan here. Nothing Final's going to be able to do to keep that in favor of the red side. Ronin trying to run out. Doesn't have a lot of speed, but still has that March of the Black King if he needs a turnaround opportunity with the rest of the squad. The Varian front line is so interesting. Now might be looking for something here. Do they find Kells? Yeah, enough to keep Final alive. Great work from Skev. Rain of Vengeance in response, as Zeratul is going to clean it up, pick up the first kill of the fight, looking for more, but broken from a distance, throwing down a bunch of Hellfire. Luke's going to land as well. That one onto Leoric as they're continuing to pressure Tired Lemon so low. Gul'dan, can you pick it up? No, it's Varian falling. There goes the tank for Ban Cho, but they have both beacons. Getting it up now to 30%. Blue Steen's going to make the rotation back towards the top on the enemy side of the map. Going to grab a charge from Misha right to the face. And I believe that'll be all. Top still in the control of Ban Cho. Bottom still in the control of Ban Cho until Captain Bobo and Johanna are able to walk on the bottom beacon. Here's Misha. Finds Gul'dan. Charge will land. Tired Lemon's here. No temporal loop yet. Still 8 seconds, but Finala having to run the wrong direction. No way to survive from here. See you later, Gul'dan. Bye-bye.
Hero slain.
Another siege camp opportunity here. Ban Cho really winning the battle in the macro here on Brax's holdout thus far. Not to mention, already 76% able to be channeled on these beacons. They're walking back onto the bottom point. But on the top lane, once again, it'll be Captain Bobo being the disruptor, able to stand on the top beacon, reconvert that now for Team Mana Frenzy as they grab their siege camp bottom lane and watch their bottom lane fort fall. They're back at full strength and full lane, back on the map. All telling his teammates, hey, don't worry about that one. We got this. We're ahead on level 13 talents and just a moment away. Let's think about taking that fight and winning our second Zerg wave of the game. And here we go. We'll be a 5v4 bottom lane as Rexar is not here. Skev trying to move forward, trying to find one of these squishy targets. Does land onto the follow. Rain of Vengeance hits 3 as Kel tries to run away. Can't make it out. There's Emerald Wind from Brightwing trying to disrupt this fight as Chromie falls backside. Zeratul being a menace. Shrewsbury making it 2. Can Captain Bobo get locked in? Not without the Doom, but can he get enough damage to get caught? Maybe with the March as well. Ronin right through their face. He doesn't care if he dies. He knows Johanna's dead for 25 seconds. Should be plenty of time to walk back onto that top beacon and get a 100-0 for Ban Cho. Darth Evie back in chat. Yeah, of course I remember you. You were here the other day. We were playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. But now we're playing some Heroes of the Storm. I'm doing some replay casting of an amateur league called Nexus Gaming Series. These are 2 of the teams from one of our divisions who participated earlier this week. Didn't have the opportunity to get their match live casted, so we're doing a replay casting today. I have no idea who wins, but we're in game number 2. Currently with our red team in the lead. They won that first map. And looking good here on map number 2 as well. This is a enormous Zerg wave about to be crashing into the heat wall. of Team Mana Frenzy. Captain Bobo trying to lead off with Johanna, but has to be safe. These things are a big threat to anyone, including the Crusader. You don't want to stand up against this entire wave of Zerg. You gotta hopefully use this wall to your advantage, but it's falling quick. One tower down, might be two in just a second. There it goes. It's still 64% of this Zerg wave active on the map. They're trying to get the first piece of the game right here, right now. Taunt's gonna land onto Rexar, but try and go, still sturdy. Didn't see, oh, not quite here yet. Yeah, level 16, I think he gets the fainted after. I'm not sure of the Rexar build, but doesn't have it as an option. At least not yet. There's the march from Leoric getting a little bit of value, but still plenty of heroes healthy for Team Mana Frenzy. It's just Misha the one to fall. Ronin now surrounded, and Leoric will go down. Taunt's gonna land the fear as well on the Johanna. Can Captain Bobo survive? No, here's Temporal Loop. Gonna get some more damage for Chromie, but not a kill. It's a 2 for 1. Well, I guess 2 for half. It was Misha and it was Johanna.
Zerg waves defeated. Resetting pens as per protocol.
Continuing to dominate the macro game. Here goes Bancho yet again onto the enemy camp. You're going to be able to get it as Misha has respawned. Here comes Leoric as well. Ronin standing in, going to take a big charge from Misha. Not enough follow-up damage yet as Rhaegar nearby for Bancho, able to support Leoric back up. Now, using their level 16s to their advantage, able to walk onto yet another enemy Merc camp. This one's going to be a Bruiser camp in the top lane. The only lane that has a keep still standing for Team Mana Frenzy, and oh boy, they want the boss as well. They're going to have no problem whatsoever. Already down to 50%, making 40, 30, 20, 10. Oh boy, that was quick. Will they find a fight here? Ronin's going to look for it up front. Gul'dan's pressuring in as well. Does he want to rip that forward by? Yes, he will. Chromie on the wrong side of dodge. Fire Lemon ripping out the temporal loop. Does pick up a kill onto, who's that? Gul'dan. A lot of orcs here. Couldn't quite tell who it was, and they're even going to get Leoric as well. A double kill in defense, but they still have to worry about a boss and a potential reinvade if Skev wants to walk in on Varian and find one of these low health targets. But plenty of supporting coming out from Brightwing. Those area heals, they will support up everyone at once, including the Misha. 6 targets for her. Actually, yeah, 6 if you count the Brightwing herself. They will be able to keep the keep alive, but it's pretty low. And the next Zerg wave, yeah, it's coming this top lane. Down to 50% already, as Leoric's going to respawn directly on top of the top beacon. It'll be active in 20 seconds. Here goes another siege camp for Bancho as the invade was trying to get here in time. They're just a moment too late. As our red team is able to disengage and wait for their team to be back at full strength. Here's Kinal Gul'dan fell in that last fight, now back ready to go. It's going to be a big fight over this top lane beacon, but level 16s on both sides can make it a different story. There's the March of the Black King, only hitting onto Misha thus far. Rain of Vengeance, sending Leoric immediately back to his death state. One of the fastest heroes to respawn in the game, but not going to have him for this crucial moment. Top lane's in control of Team Mana Frenzy. All they're going to have to do is walk onto that bottom beacon and somehow stay on this top one, but no, they all leave. I think the play was just send your Rexar. Instead, they leave their Vala alone at top, and the taunt is on the money. A lot of help from Shusui as well, picking up that kill. A bit of a mistake there from Team Mana Frenzy. I wasn't expecting to see. That'll give space for Kinal to throw out a few of these corruptions onto the bottom lane keep, sending it now down to about 20%. Maybe a fight down in the bottom as Leoric trying to pressure in. Luskin under pressure from Misha and Rexar. But Zeratul is going to support the healer for Bancho and won't be anyone falling. That would have been terrible for them if they lose a hero during this advantage. Still follow down for 6 more seconds. And a lot of pressure in both lanes. Catapult should be able to finish off this top lane keep. One more shot. Maybe now one more shot. Get it go off. And it does. Top lane keep falls. Both beacons are channeling in favor of Bancho. This should be it right here. I mean, 100% Zerg. Can Brightwing stop it in time? She's going to try, but will be too late. 100-0 Zerg wave with no keep still standing. Can Bancho close it out right here, right now?
Most of the Zerg are headed this way. Do something.
Approaching. Enemy minion wave has been killed. They're going to work on this fountain as the last obstacle on their way to the core. Bottom lane has a camp pushing in, and I think that was a siege camp, which will reduce the armor on the core, along with this Zerg. I don't know how they clear this out. They don't necessarily have great wave clear. Vala's going to need to rely on this multi-shot build, but with Keld being so low, having to go back to base, not going to be able to clear out Zerg. They lose their right wing, so now no supporting as the Ancestral self-cast onto Rhaegar as the game concludes. It's a 2-0 domination victory for Bancho. And let's take a peek at this match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. What a game, what a set. Bancho much easier in game number 2 compared to Sky Temple for game number 1. They win it 10-8 in kills, and they had all their forts standing at the end. Not easy to do on Brax's holdout. Appreciate the bits. 5 coming in from Ronan. Thank you. And maybe we bring you in for an interview if you're interested, Ronan. I know you're on Bancho. You're the only person I have seen talk thus far in chat. So if you're hanging out and want to do a quick interview, I'd be willing to do so. If you want to meet me over on the NGS Discord, maybe we can do that really quick. I'll be in lobby 1. Looks like he will come. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Ronan, how's it going?
It's going all right. Chilling, watching some good games here.
All right.
Yeah, I was trying to, keep my opinions kind of wishy-washy on if Ronan showing up to chat means Bancho won the set. Turns out that wasn't the case, so maybe a minor spoiler, but hey, I love having you in chat and figure while you're here, might as well chat a bit about the matchup. How'd your team feel about the match? How'd you feel about the match just overall and getting that win over Team Mana Frenzy?
Yeah, the first one is actually pretty close. I was trying a little something new out with Zarya there. Wasn't working out as we planned it. We were talking about we probably should have went ring with the Zarya suck up ult there, but we made it work and just try to stick to the macros since our team fighting wasn't too great there. But
yeah, I mean, there at least was opportunity at the end of the game. Jaina was able to walk up with that water elemental and pick up that top lane keep, which I think, in my opinion, helped you guys secure all 3 of those keeps leading into the end game portion. So there was value on both sides. You didn't go for the silence at 20 either, so it was like, well, it is what it is. I didn't hate the Zarya play. It got value in those team fights.
Yeah, a little bit. So I wasn't hitting too many of them, so that's why I didn't decide to go for that. Just went for the extra shields, the reset on those. So yeah.
Well, let's talk a bit about wait, I just had a topic on my mind. I just completely lost it. What was I about to mention? Oh yeah, I got it. Sky Temple for map 1 and Brax's holdout for map 2. I don't know who picked these, who drafted first or what, but I just have to say thank you. These are 2 maps I've been waiting to see. You just want to talk about the map pool in general and how we ended up on these for this match?
Yeah, so Bluestein was actually running a little bit late, so I got thrown in there to do the coin toss.
Oh, so and thank you specifically. Thank you.
Yeah. I was like, hey guys, sooner or later someone's gonna pick Sky Temple against us. We need some practice on it. We need to get ready for it. Everyone on my team was like, oh, that sucks. Ugh. But I was like, you'll thank me later. Don't Well,
I'm certainly sure they said thank you afterward when you were able to walk away with the win. You guys were able to really do what you wanted around the map, but it wasn't really until you guys had the level 10 talents that it started to swing in your favor. Early, I think it was 7-2 on kills. Did you guys at any point feel like you were about to lose Sky Temple, and was the blame starting to fall on your shoulders?
Certainly felt that way. But I was like, we're good. Let's just get it together. We got ults now, let's just play a little bit safer, and I think that's what we ended up doing, just playing a little bit smarter after 10. So
absolutely. Game 2, though, maybe a bit of a different story. You guys, start to finish, able to dominate on Brax's holdout. My favorite map in the game. So sad I don't get to see it more often. I understand. People hate the map. but what is it about Brax's holdout that really draws Bancho to it?
Actually, that was Team Mana Frenzy's pick.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Well, then
No, that's
how'd
all
you
right.
respond with the adversity to it?
Yeah, I mean they pulled out the Rexar. That was their first pick, and I feel pretty comfortable against Rexar laning against him. I got at least 2 or 3 picks that I don't mind going in lane with him, and Leo is definitely one of them. So they were holding it down pretty well. Bot lane, Zeradol coming up for some ganks.
Yep.
Top lane there I think was throwing them off a little bit. So we were able to get that early lead and just kind of keep it up throughout the game.
Yeah, I think a lot of credit does have to go to Shusui, able to make those rotations. I was talking about it a bit during the cast. But as the Leoric player, I'm sure you're thanking Zeratul the entire time. Like, hey, you're making me look good, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely made it a little bit easier. I mean, I was just sucking the bear's life off,
Yep.
for like a lot of the time, keeping myself, viable. But the ganks definitely helped there. And I was getting way too much trait value during that match. I was playing too aggressive for some reason. So I'm not going to let that happen again.
I mean, the big story for me in Game 2 was you guys were aggressive on the camps early and often. You stole away their bruiser camp, I think, every single time. Did they get it once? Maybe one time they got it?
Maybe, yeah. That was definitely a goal. So that's
okay,
good to
that's
hear.
really my question is, like, are you guys that focused on these camps and knowing how much value they give? Because it appears as though you guys really made it a priority on Braxis.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just macro play is so important in this game, and if you can just get pressure on those lanes, you can pretty much do whatever you want after that. So we're always thinking about taking camps if possible.
Awesome. So you guys have had a few days since this match actually took place. Maybe some time to schedule your next week's matchup. Maybe you want to plug that matchup and talk a bit to our audience while you're here, and then conclude. If you have any shout outs, the floor is yours.
Wow. Yeah, just shout outs to the team for not giving me too much crap for picking Sky Temple. But like I said, they'll thank me later. They haven't thanked me yet, but they will eventually.
Maybe after watching the VOD.
Yeah. I think Team Mana Frenzy played very well. They were lower in the standings, but regardless of that, they played like they wanted to take the win, and they definitely could have. It just happened to swing in our favor, especially that first match. So props to them. And yeah, thanks for picking up the replay class. I know you weren't feeling too well that other day, so I'm glad you're feeling better now.
Apologies about that. I was
No
doing some
worries.
I was doing some streaming during the afternoon. I was saying goodbye to stream. I was gonna go get some dinner, and then like within that hour window where I was getting ready for your match, I just got the worst migraine of my life out of nowhere. It hit me like a truck. Yeah, I apologize. I'm really glad I got to do the replay at least. Hopefully you guys don't mind. I'm sure you guys don't, right?
No. Yeah, I appreciate that. I know how those migraines go. My wife gets those, every so often, and I know how debilitating it could be. So, yeah, glad to see you're doing better.
Well, Ronan, I appreciate you. I want to wish you and Bancho, as always, the best of luck moving through Season 9.
Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Alrighty, talk to you soon.
All right, see ya.
Alright, Twitch chat. That's match number 1. I was saying in chat, if you guys have recommendations on what you want to see for our second match, let me know. But since you haven't let me know yet, I might have to pick it myself. So we're going to take a short break. I'm going to go to an away screen. I'm going to read through the list of games that are out there. If you're looking to, like, what matches are there, go to the NGS Discord, okay? There is a channel called Cast My Replay where there's a huge list of matches. If it doesn't have a check mark underneath it, no one's done a replay cast as of yet. I'm trying to whittle down that list a bit today, so if you want to help me out and choose one of your favorite teams, maybe they played this week and didn't get a cast, let's do it right now. Here for your enjoyment, here for your viewers, your viewing pleasure, I meant to say. And yeah, of course, I like having the viewers. So the more you can invite in, if you have any friends out there that want to see some NGS matches this afternoon, send the link over. Let's have some fun. It's Memorial Day weekend. I know a lot of you might be out enjoying the sun, hopefully safely at least. We're going to take a short break, though. Look for our second match of the afternoon. And I'll see you guys in just a bit.